The festive cheer of Christmas Eve 2002 was shattered in Modesto, California. Laci Peterson, a vibrant 27-year-old, 8 months pregnant with her first child, vanished without a trace. Her husband, Scott Peterson, reported her missing, sparking a nationwide search that gripped the nation. The disappearance of a young, expectant mother sent shockwaves through the community and beyond, leaving everyone wondering about the fate of Laci and her unborn child. As days turned into weeks, the mystery deepened. The investigation focused on Scott, particularly after revelations of his infidelity. Scott admitted to an affair with Amber Frey, a detail he had kept hidden from Laci. Frey's cooperation with the police, including recorded phone conversations with Scott, placed him at the center of the investigation. Despite extensive searches and numerous leads, Laci remained missing. The case took a tragic turn 4 months later when the bodies of Laci and her unborn son, Connor, were found washed ashore in the San Francisco Bay. The discovery sent shockwaves through the nation, confirming the worst fears and shifting the focus from a missing person case to a potential homicide investigation. The discovery of Laci and Connor's bodies led to Scott Peterson being charged with their murders. The trial, moved to Redwood City due to intense media coverage, became a media spectacle. The prosecution presented a case built on circumstantial evidence highlighting Scott's infidelity, inconsistent statements, and suspicious behavior as motives for murder. The defense maintained Scott's innocence, suggesting alternative theories for Laci's disappearance and death. However, the jury ultimately found Scott guilty of first-degree murder for Laci's death and second-degree murder for Connor's death. In 2005, he was sentenced to death by lethal injection. The case remained controversial, with ongoing debates about Scott's guilt or innocence. Supporters pointed to the lack of direct evidence linking him to the murders. Critics argued that the circumstantial evidence, combined with Scott's deceptive behavior, painted a clear picture of guilt. Years of legal battles ensued, with Scott's legal team pursuing appeals based on alleged juror misconduct and ineffective assistance of counsel. In a significant development in 2020, the California Supreme Court overturned Scott's death sentence due to errors in jury selection during his original trial. While the court upheld his convictions, the ruling meant Scott would be resentenced. In December 2021, a judge resentenced Scott to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The resentencing provided a glimmer of hope for Scott and his supporters, who continued to maintain his innocence and sought avenues to overturn his conviction. Adding another layer to the case, the Los Angeles Innocence Project took on Scott's case in 2024. The LAIP, known for its work in overturning wrongful convictions, brought renewed attention and resources to Scott's case, raising hopes for a potential breakthrough. Section 4. The LAIP's findings. A new narrative emerges. The LAIP's investigation uncovered what they believed to be compelling new evidence and alternative theories. One piece of evidence centered around a burned-out van found near the Petersons' home on Christmas Day 2002. While initial testing yielded no results, the LAIP pushed for further investigation into a possible connection to the case. Furthermore, the LAIP presented a new theory suggesting Laci may have been the victim of a random attack after witnessing a burglary across the street from her home. They cited jailhouse informants who claimed to have information supporting this theory. Adding to the intrigue, the LAIP secured permission to retest duct tape found on Laci's clothing. They argued that advancements in DNA technology could potentially yield new results that were not possible during the original investigation. Section 5. The Quest for Justice. A Family's Hope and a Nation Captivated. In July 2024, a court hearing was held to present the LAIP's findings. Scott appeared virtually from prison, while Laci's family and members of the public anxiously awaited the judge's decision. The prosecution maintained Scott's guilt, arguing that the LAIP's claims were unsubstantiated and amounted to a fishing expedition. The judge's ruling on whether to grant Scott a new trial is still pending. The case continues to captivate the nation, with many questioning whether justice was served. For Laci's family, the ongoing legal battles have prolonged their pain and prevented closure. The untold story of Laci Peterson remains an open wound, a tragic tale of love, loss, and the relentless pursuit of truth.